Hi my lovelies, hope everyone is well. Okay my loves, I decided today to do a video reading and I wanted to look into love, look into what's happening with your person, kind of where their energy's at towards yourself and this connection, and would also look at what you could potentially expect to happen in this connection as well. Okay Spirit, where are they at? Thank you. There's some hope that I feel is coming up in them. There's some kind of hope that is I'm getting ignited in them, the hope that ignited in them around kind of what could develop between you and them. And what I'm getting is that there is something that happened around them. I feel like this is fairly recent. I want to say the last couple of months, but there is something that happened around them that took away from them this I'm getting comfort blanket. So it took away this kind of comfort blanket they had, something that was actually aiding them to almost not engage with their feelings, but also I'm getting to kind of aiding them to avoid really opening up to what it is they want with you, or what it is that, you know, that they would like to, they could potentially see with you. There was something about their vision when it came to you and this connection and having something romantic with you. There's something in their vision that you know, told them that actually there isn't something romantic that could develop here, and this might not be a good idea. It's not the best step. Maybe this is something that couldn't work out. Maybe it's not right for me. So there's that kind of energy from, sorry, I'm just gonna grab my water because my throat is so dry and I know I'm going to end up having a coughing fit in a minute. But there's something in them that the way they vision this connection was almost telling them the opposite of what they're feeling right now. And it feels like something happened to them, I want to say in the last couple of months at least, or at the most, where this comfort blanket was taken away from them. And while it was taken away from them and they're trying to kind of gather themselves, there was this kind of realization that was coming up in them, where they started to look at you and this connection and realize actually they've made, I'm getting the word wrong choice, they made the wrong choice. I feel like that something was said as well. Something was said where they had expressed to you, it feels like they kind of expressed this to you kind of indirectly, directly but indirectly. Maybe they were saying it to you, but maybe talking in riddles when they were saying it, but something along the lines of, actually, you know, I don't see this connection in that way, or I don't see this as something that could be committed or long term. And although I do feel that that is what they were kind of seeing when they looked at it, this kind of comfort blanket, what, you know, the way Spirit is sharing it with me, that was taken away from them, actually made them see differently, and made them see, actually, this is someone I do want to have something romantic with. I kind of feel that comfort blanket was also you, maybe stepping away, pulling back, putting your boundaries down, because it feels like there was something about the connection with you which was kind of something that was already in place, that was blocking your person from actually being able to see that they do want something romantic with you. So that comfort blanket being taken away could have been you actually saying to them, right, you know what, in that case I'm moving forward, or I'm releasing this. And that has what has kind of, you know, brought this kind of awareness and this kind of energy in them, where they're thinking, oh shit, I actually think differently. I actually want more from this person than I actually realized. There's a rebirth that's taking place from this, my lovely. So there is some form of rebirth that is taking place from this awareness, from this realization that they're having. But I'm also told there's a rebirth taking place within them as well. And this yeah, you got the throat chakra card. There's this rebirth that's taking place within them as well. And I feel this rebirth is about them stepping into their own. So it feels like they're stepping more into their power. But I feel like what's actually helping them step into their power is because they're being honest with themselves. You know, one of the things that we might not realize, but one of the things that could stop us from or block us from being able to see what it is we need to do to be able to step into our power is us not facing our own truth. And I feel like that's one of the things that's occurred here, you know, in their vision, that I do feel was a bit of a false vision. It might not have felt false for them, but false in the sense it came from a place of fear, or them avoiding the connection, or, you know, feeling unsafe around exploring it, whatever the reason was. But they weren't being honest with themselves. I feel like circumstances were also blocking that for them as well. But them sort of starting to be honest with themselves and really be in touch with what their truth is and actually owning that is something that is helping towards this rebirth as well. There is communication that will be coming in from them, and I feel this communication is linked to them actually expressing to you that they do want something more with you. That's coming through quite strongly. I'm also getting the word dribs and drabs, so I feel like they're going to be communicating with you, but it's going to be, you know, it's going to come in almost, they're giving me the word segments. It's going to be coming in segments. And I feel like I'm getting the word romantic. So I think they're going to try being quite romantic with you in the communication contact they have with you. And then I think it kind of, I'm being shown when you put the radiator on and it heats up. It's like they're warming up. They're warming themselves up to be able to open up to you and communicate with you. Actually, they do want something romantic, but I'm getting that is something they are finding quite challenging at the moment to come straight in with. And the reason they are is them facing their own truth is something they're still trying to come, you know, still trying to get comfortable with and still trying to own. So then being able to be comfortable with their truth to then share it with you is something, you know, there's a bit of a gap in there, but it's something they need to work on in terms of their own confidence around it. And then you've got the power card straight after that, and the passion ignited. So you know, there's this communication coming in. I feel like they're going to be trying to be quite romantic. This is not even about them trying to be, you know, sexual or anything like that. I actually feel this is them trying to be romantic, very affectionate towards you in these messages, and in that, you know, they're kind of warming themselves up to be able to, Spirit is saying to me to say the big reveal is them actually saying to you, do you know what, I do want to take this forward and explore something romantic with you. So through this kind of journey of them being romantic in their communications, they are, you know, I think for them, they're working more and more and stepping into their power and being more confident. But like I said, them actually being honest with themselves is actually what is helping them step into their own. And there's this passion that I feel there's already passion between the two of you, but there's this kind of different kind of level of passion, a different height and level of passion that is actually, I'm getting the word expanding between the both of you. And I feel that's coming as well because there's a part of you as well as them who has almost kind of blocked out this passion that you feel for each other, almost kind of blocked it out or put a bit of a wall down in you being able to kind of feel that more and more. And the reason that has happened is because there was this kind of understanding that this was something that potentially wasn't going to go forward, but because there is this shift coming in where there's going to be the opposite that seems to be expressed, it then kind of, I'm getting the word, really awakens this passion. It's because those walls are removed, so it's almost like you're allowing yourself to be able to feel that kind of passion that the both of you share in this connection. Okay, that's too many cards. Let me move on to another deck, my loves, and see what comes through from that as well, what you can expect from this connection. Yeah, look at that. They're marching forward. This connection, you know, I feel like once they've kind of got to this place where they're comfortable with this truth, and I do feel they're reaching that place, they're going to be marching forward very, very quickly. I think they're going to be very kind of, there's a decision that they would have made in their mind that actually, no, I'm going to have to take the step here and I'm going to have to sort of be open and honest. Yeah, a new opportunity, amazing opportunity. And it says to be bold and courageous. I think they make this decision where they're going to actually step forward and they're going to take action and they're going to come in quite quickly towards you. Like I said, I don't feel they're going to come in and say to you straight away, actually, you know, I want to explore something romantic. But I do feel like, you know, the gap between them, you know, warming up, as I said, warming up to then saying it, I don't feel it's going to be a long way. I don't feel they're going to be dragging out for months and months. I feel like saying within, you know, within sort of 3 to 4 weeks of them, you know, trying to be kind of affectionate towards you is when they actually say to you, I actually want to sort of explore something romantic. New beginnings, my lovely. There's going to be a release of things that have kept quite a few blocks between the both of you, things that have kept you both held back, or holding the both of you back in being able to move forward. And there is this new beginning that is coming in between the both of you. This is amazing. What else can I expect? I will do a more detailed, oh God, they went flying, hold on. I will do a more detailed reading at some point this week as well. Spirit is also saying to me, I feel like some of you might be, I'm getting the word, don't patronize yourself. I don't know if some of you have been really hard on yourselves, almost kind of really critical of yourself as well. And Spirit is saying that they kind of want you to stop doing that, you know. They want you to stop almost sacrificing yourself because of the hurt that you feel. It's almost like that because this connection or your love life hasn't been unfolding in a way that has made you feel happy. There seems to be something in that where you might have been quite critical of yourself. Maybe you're blaming yourself for certain things that, you know, did or didn't happen. Maybe it left you feeling really bad about yourself, or not so great about yourself. And Spirit is saying actually they want you to stop criticizing yourself so much and stop putting yourself down so much, and they want you to start focusing on actually recognizing your worth, but praising yourself as well. So they're saying to me that you need to praise yourself more than you actually do every single day. If you can find something to praise yourself for, do that. Yes, a seed's being planted, my lovely. Guys, you know, whoever this message is for, what seems to be happening here is, you know, there was this kind of misunderstanding, or this understanding in this connection where it wasn't going to go anywhere. And I feel your person was, you know, at that time, that is what they actually felt because of the way they saw things. But they didn't realize or recognize that that vision, those thoughts they had were actually coming from a place of fear. So that was almost getting in the way and blocking them from being able to see that, you know, this is a connection that they do want to explore and they want to see where it actually goes. I don't feel they were blocking it out because they felt they don't see you as someone who, you know, is a good person or anything like that. I feel it's more that they just didn't feel it had the potential of going anywhere. But like I said, something has shifted, which is kind of raising this kind of understanding, awareness, realization in them, where they are now sort of in this place where they're thinking, actually, I do want something romantic with this person. And I feel like they're kind of, while they're trying to kind of work through their own truth and that realization that they're having, I feel like that they are also trying to sort of figure out how they're going to sort of come forward and communicate this with you. And part of this rebirth is connected to the communication. So this communication, which I do feel is really important to them, and I feel it's important to them because there is a part of them that's feeling almost kind of regretful, remorseful for, you know, the decision they made in the past and the potential kind of loss or impact they could now have from that. But also at the same time, because they have this hope in them that this is something that it is, you know, still available to them. There is this worry in them as well that you've, you know, with the release card, I'm getting that there's this worry in them that you have actually released anything to do with them or this connection going somewhere. And I feel like that's one of the reasons they're a little bit worried about, you know, sort of coming coming straight out with actually, I do want something romantic with you. I think they're actually going to say to you that I've realized, I think they're going to use those words, that I've realized that actually I do want something more with you, and I want to sort of, I feel like the words they're going to use is I want to explore where this goes. And I feel that's come from because there is something in them that was just removed or taken away, and it's, you know, got them in this kind of almost like this worrying energy that unless they step forward, there is going to be no opportunity or chance for them to have something more with you, if that makes sense. So this kind of truth that they're accepting for themselves is actually helping them to step into their power. But there is something in this where this shift, this kind of change that's coming in them, that is going to allow them to step forward. And I feel like step forward quite significantly. I don't feel they're stepping forward because they have this kind of idea in their head is, let me see how this goes. I think they're stepping forward because they've made a decision that actually, I do want to explore this. I want to kind of almost test the waters to see how safe it is, or, you know, at what point can I share this with that person, you know, with that warming up conversations. But I do feel like they're going to be stepping forward because they've made that decision. They want to explore something with you. And I feel there is something in them that is a little bit worried that you're not going to be open to that. And I feel that some of these conversations that are going to be coming in, where they're sort of warming up what they're saying to you before they actually, you know, that big reveal, I feel like in that they're already going to be planting seeds as well. So I feel like they're going to be saying something to you. There's going to be I'm showing this vision of you reading a message and your eyebrows are kind of all, you know, scrunched up because you're like, what? They're going to say something romantic to you and you're just going to be like, what? Because it's going to be a bit kind of confusing for you, and there's going to be something in you where you're going to be like, okay, are they trying it here? Are they not trying it here? And that is them actually trying to warm up to be able to say to you. I would say to you, allow them to say it. Don't push the conversation. Allow them to say it. They should be the ones who are stepping forward. I'm getting from Spirit, you've already said enough. I feel like that you have expressed to them in the past how you feel about them, but also what you want from them, and they didn't respond to that in a way where they were able to give you what you wanted. And Spirit is saying that you don't need to do that again. You don't need to repeat that pattern where you're coming back again and saying to them, this is what I want. It's actually down to them to take that step now. And what has played out between the both of you is actually helped them to be able to realize and open up to that. So that, my lovely, is a very quick reading on you know, your connection and what you can expect. But it does look like there is quite a big transition happening here, and you know, the main thing in all of this seems to be around communication, and there being some very honest communication and a new opportunity where there is something that's going to be moving forward between the both of you. Right, my loves, I will see you again shortly for another reading.